Welcome to our in-depth technical analysis of DJT Trump Media and Technology Group Corp, traded on the NASDAQ. Today, we'll break down the latest trends, indicators, and price movements for DJT, helping you understand what's driving this stock's performance. With the current price at $13.98 as of December 18, 2025, and a rich set of technical data from the past 3 months, we'll guide you through the numbers and what they mean for traders and investors. Let's start by setting the stage with a quick overview of DJT's recent activity and why it's caught the attention of the market. Over the last 3 months, DJT's price has shown significant volatility, with a notable surge in the most recent trading session. On December 18, the stock closed at $13.98, after opening at $13.44 and reaching a high of $14.60. This sharp movement was accompanied by a massive trading volume of over 61 million shares, indicating heightened interest and activity. Such price action often signals a shift in market sentiment, and it's essential to analyze whether this is the start of a new trend or a temporary spike. Moving averages are crucial for identifying the underlying trend. DJT's short-term simple moving averages (SMA) and exponential moving averages (EMA) for 5, 10, and 20 days are all clustered around the $11 mark, while the current price is notably higher. This divergence suggests a strong upward momentum in the short term. Longer-term averages, such as the 50, 100, and 200-day SMAs and EMAs, range from $13.15 to $18.13, indicating that the stock is still below its long-term highs but gaining ground rapidly. Exponential moving averages, EMAs, react more quickly to price changes. For DJT, the 5-day EMA is at $11.78, and the 10-day EMA is at $11.43, both well below the current price. This rapid separation between the EMAs and the current price underscores the recent bullish momentum. Traders often look for such gaps as confirmation of a strong trend, especially when supported by high volume. Bollinger Bands help visualize volatility in potential overbought or oversold conditions. For DJT, the upper band is at $12.67, the middle at $11.12, and the lower at $9.56. The current price is above the upper band, which can indicate an overbought situation or a breakout. The width of the bands at 0.279 suggests moderate volatility. When prices break above the upper band, it often signals strong buying pressure, but traders should be cautious of potential pullbacks. The MACD, Moving Average Convergence Divergence, is a popular momentum indicator. For DJT, the MACD value is -0.355, with a signal line at, and a histogram of 0.308. The positive histogram and the MACD line crossing above the signal line suggest bullish momentum is building. This is further supported by MACD momentum value of 0.32, indicating that buyers are gaining control. The RSI is a momentum oscillator that measures the speed and change of price movements. DJT's 14-day RSI is at 66, which is approaching the overbought threshold of 70. The 21-day and 28-day RSIs are at 58.23 and 53.74, respectively, indicating that while the stock is gaining strength, it's not yet in extreme territory. This suggests there may still be room for further gains before a potential reversal. The stochastic oscillator helps identify overbought and oversold levels. For DJT, the 14-day %K is at 39.03 and %D at 22.85, while the 5-day %K and %D are 44.13 and 26.39. These values are in the middle range, suggesting the stock is neither overbought nor oversold at the moment. This neutral reading can be a sign that the current trend may continue without immediate reversal pressure. Volume is a key indicator of market participation. DJT's on-balance volume (OBV) stands at a massive 755 million, and the money flow index (MFI) is at 78.15, indicating strong buying pressure. The recent trading session saw a huge spike in volume, which often precedes major price moves. High volume combined with price increases typically confirms the strength of a trend. Volatility gives insight into the risk and potential reward of a stock. DJT's 30-day volatility is at 7.03, with true volatility at 5.42. The average true range ATR is 0.758, and the normalized ATR and ATR is 5.42. These figures suggest that DJT is experiencing moderate to high volatility, which can present both opportunities and risks for traders. Volatility breakouts like the one seen recently often lead to sharp price movements. Momentum indicators show the speed of price changes. DJT's 10-day momentum is 2.19, and the 20-day momentum is 3.69. The rate of change ROC is 21.14 and the price acceleration is 2.68. These high values indicate that DJT is in a strong upward phase with buyers pushing the price higher at an increasing rate. Such momentum can attract more traders, fueling further gains. DJT's trend strength and quality are measured by several indicators. The ADX average directional index is at 34.52, which is above the threshold for a strong trend. The trend quality index is an impressive 172.51, and the trend strength score is 3.1. These numbers confirm that DJT is in a robust trend phase with clear direction and quality. Traders often look for such conditions to ride the trend. Identifying key support and resistance levels is vital for planning trades. For DJT, the nearest support is at $12.93, and resistance is at $14.82. The pivot point stands at $13.76, which is close to the current price. These levels act as psychological barriers where price action may pause or reverse. Watching how DJT behaves around these points can provide clues for future moves. Looking at the bigger picture, DJT's 52-week high is $43.46, and the low is $10.18. The current price of $13.98 places the stock closer to its yearly low, but the recent surge shows potential for recovery. The 52-week position is at 11.42, suggesting there's significant upside if the stock continues to rebound from its lows. Volume ratios and growth rates provide insight into trading activity. DJT's 20-day volume ratio is 8.99, and the volume growth rate is 14.12. These elevated figures indicate that trading activity has surged, often a precursor to significant price moves. Relative volume is also high at 9.61, confirming that DJT is attracting more attention than usual. Price acceleration measures how quickly the stock's price is changing. DJT's acceleration is at 2.68, a sign that the recent rally is picking up speed. When acceleration is high, it often leads to sharp moves, but it can also signal that a reversal may be near if the pace becomes unsustainable. The Arun indicator helps identify trend strength and potential reversals. DJT's Arun up is at 100, while Arun down is at 28. This wide gap suggests a strong uptrend, as the Arun up measures how recently the stock hit a new high. The Arun oscillator at 21.43 further confirms bullish momentum. The average directional index, ADX, and its components plus DI and minus DI provide a deeper look at trend strength. DJT's ADX is at 34.52, plus DI at 45.27 and minus DI at 17.61. These values indicate a strong and positive trend with buyers clearly in control. When plus DI is much higher than minus DI, it's a classic sign of bullish dominance. Williams %R and the Commodity Channel Index, CCI, are useful for spotting overbought or oversold conditions. DJT's Williams %R is at minus 14.62, which is close to the overbought threshold, and the CCI is at a high 380.48. These readings suggest the stock is in a strong uptrend but may be approaching overbought territory, so caution is warranted. The ultimate oscillator combines short, medium, and long-term price action to avoid false signals. DJT's value is 63.79, which is in bullish territory but not yet overbought. This supports the view that the uptrend has room to run, though traders should monitor for any signs of exhaustion. The parabolic SAR, stop and reverse is a trend-following indicator. DJT's PSAR value is at $10.36, well below the current price. This gap suggests that the uptrend is intact, and the PSAR will act as a trailing stop for traders looking to lock in profits as the price rises. Beta measures volatility relative to the market, and correlation shows how closely DJT's price moves with the broader market. DJT's beta is 0.638, indicating lower volatility compared to the market, while the 20-day correlation is 0.961, showing a strong positive relationship. This means DJT tends to move in sync with the overall market, but with slightly less intensity. Pivot points are used to identify potential turning points in price action. For DJT, the pivot is at $13.76, with resistance at $14.82 and support at $12.93. These levels are especially important for day traders and short-term investors, as they often act as magnets for price movement during volatile sessions. The risk-reward ratio helps traders assess whether a trade is worth taking. DJT's ratio is 0.163, which is relatively low. This suggests that while the upside potential is present, traders should be mindful of the risks involved, especially after such a sharp price move. Linear regression provides a statistical approach to trend analysis. DJT's regression slope is minus 0.129, with an intercept at 18.31 and an R-squared value of 0.845. The predicted price is 9.95, with a deviation of 4.03 or 40.56%. This suggests that while the recent price surge is strong, it's above the statistically expected trend, indicating possible overextension. Money flow indicators like the accumulation distribution, AD, and Chaikin oscillator help gauge buying and selling pressure. DJT's AD is negative at minus 330 million, but the ADOSC and Chaikin oscillator are positive at 5 million, suggesting recent accumulation despite earlier distribution. This shift can precede further price gains if buying continues. DJT's daily return is an impressive 33.52, reflecting the recent surge in price. The cumulative RSI is negative at minus 3,865.57, which may indicate that the stock has been oversold in the past but is now rebounding strongly. Monitoring daily returns helps traders spot momentum shifts and potential reversals. DJT's overall technical score is 77.5, which is considered strong. This score aggregates multiple indicators to give a comprehensive view of the stock's technical health. A high technical score often attracts more traders and can lead to increased volatility as more participants enter the market. To recap, DJT is showing strong bullish momentum across multiple technical indicators. Short-term moving averages are well below the current price, volume is surging, and momentum indicators are all pointing upward. However, some overbought signals are emerging, so traders should remain vigilant for any signs of reversal. The overall technical landscape is positive, but risk management remains crucial. In conclusion, DJT's technical analysis paints a picture of a stock in the midst of a powerful rally, supported by strong volume and momentum. While the uptrend is clear, some indicators suggest caution as overbought conditions approach. As always, traders should use stop losses and manage risk carefully. Stay tuned for further updates as DJT continues to make waves in the market.